the afternoon from Broadway's Hairspray, On the Town, Anything Goes, and Gypsy, Drama Desk nominee Julie Hadestown.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Are you having a good time already?
Yeah.
Are you buying things?
Yeah.
All right. This is my first BroadwayCon. I'm very excited to be with you. All right, so now today, you know why you're here. This is called First Look.
Yes.
Yep. And you're going to get a sneak peek of the upcoming Broadway shows. I'm very excited because I am in the cast of Tootsie. And Tootsie will be here later, so I'm very excited about that. So listen, now follow all the shows that you see today on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Aren't they over yet? They're not over.
We wish.
All right. And also remember to buy tickets. That's the most important. Buy tickets. But now listen, guys. I went down to Washington, D.C. recently, and I saw this first show. I saw Beetlejuice. Okay, the talent on that stage is sick. That's how good they are. They are amazing. Now, do you know the story of Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Tim Burton's wonderfully demented film, right? It begins at the Winter Garden Theater in March. It opens April 25th. Tells the story of Lydia Dietz, a strange and unusual teenager. Aren't all teenagers strange and unusual? I remember being a teenager. It was like 1888, but it was... I remember it. Sort of, kind of. Anyway, she's very obsessed with the whole dead thing. And lucky for Lydia, her new house is haunted by a recently deceased couple and a degenerate demon. Because that's what you want in a show, isn't it? Isn't that what you want in a show?
A demented demon.
Anyway, Beetlejuice, of course, comes up with the perfect plan, and it involves arranged marriages and exorcism and an adorable Girl Scout who gets scared out of her wits. It's fantastic, I'm telling you. Now, you know who's in it? Alex Brightman, yes. Rob McClure, Carrie Butler, Leslie Kritzer, Adam Danheiser, and Sophia Ann Caruso. It's directed by two-time Tony Award nominee Alex Timbers. Yes, the original score is by Eddie Perfect. That's his name, Eddie Perfect. Don't you love that name? That's a good way to go through life. My name is Eddie Perfect. A book by Scott Brown and Emmy Award nominee Anthony King. Choreography by Connor Gallagher. And music, I have this script. I have to read it. Supervisions, orchestrations, and incidental music by Chris Kukul, who's with us. He's right there. And here for your pleasure, and she is unbelievable. She's going to be singing Dead Mom, Sophia Ann Caruso.
That's a Beetlejuice hat? Glad somebody caught that. Hey mom, dead mom, I need a little help. I'm probably talking to myself here, but dead mom, I gotta ask, are you really in the ground? 'Cause I feel you all around me. Are you here, dead mom? Dead mom.
told you the level of talent was sick. All right, wait, can I ask you, how old are you? How old are you?
17.
She's 17, you can't even drink. That's the best part of Broadway, you go out after the show. No. What's it like to be originating this role on Broadway? Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can. I originate a lot of the roles that I do. So I've been developing this for about 2.5 years now. So it's just crazy to like see it all like happening on Broadway. I mean, a little part of me was like, it's never gonna happen. You know, it's not. You know, you don't want to get your hopes up, but I'm very, very excited to be.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening.
And were you a fan of the film, or had you not seen it? Or
yeah, I was a huge fan of the film. I always loved it as a kid. I think Lydia is strange and unusual, and I was strange and unusual, and I related to her a lot. And I tried to make her very relatable to the modern teenage girl, because I know the movie was set in obviously the 80s, which was a different time, and she was a different Lydia. My Lydia is a lot different, and I'm trying to make her very relatable to all of you girls.
Well, she succeeds, I can tell you that right now. What are you most looking forward to as a leading lady on Broadway?
I am most looking forward to, sharing Beetlejuice. It's going to be very cool. I'm really excited to make people laugh and cry, and actually it has a very important message, believe it or not.
Yes.
And I'm super excited to share that, and also to set an example for young theater artists who want to, do edgy and alternative theater and sort of break the boundaries of what that is.
Yes.
For young girls, because a lot of the roles are very, plain Jane Square.
Traditional girl.
And throughout the process, I've really fought to make it not that, to make it authentic, to make it fresh and edgy, and not what you typically see on Broadway. So I'm really hoping to set a good example and hopefully inspire people the way I was inspired when I was.
You do. So. She is fantastic. I'm telling you. Wait till you see her. Thank you so much, Sophia Ann Caruso, ladies and gentlemen. Beetlejuice. And now we're going to have a little treat for you. Watch the video.
Welcome to the Moulin Rouge.
How about that? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very talented actress, singer, and a dancer. And what does a dancer do? A dancer dances. Thank you, whoever completed that sentence. You may have seen her recently in the Encore's presentation of a chorus line as Cassie. Yes. She's one of the stars of the upcoming Moulin Rouge, the musical. Please welcome to the stage, Robin Herder.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. Hi.
Well, tell us a little bit about Moulin Rouge.
This summer, I had the exquisite privilege of performing the role of Nini in the world premiere of Moulin Rouge in Boston at the gorgeous Emerson Colonial Theater. It was such a wild and crazy and incredible experience. I'm just really excited to finally bring it to Broadway this summer at the Al Hirschfeld Theater.
So tell us a little bit about who else is in the cast.
Oh, well, we have just a couple names. We have people like Aaron Tveit. Whoever he is.
Not attractive.
No.
Terrible.
And he's really mean.
Terrible. Yes.
He's an angel. We have Karen Olivo. Danny Burstein. And I can't go without mentioning our exquisite, gorgeous, delicious, sexy ensemble. I mean, they are extraordinary.
It's going to be maybe the sexiest ensemble on Broadway.
It really is.
It's fantastic.
Not a lot of clothing at all.
And tell us about the choreographer and the director.
Our creative team. So we have Alex Timbers is our genius director. John Logan, who won a Tony for Red, is our brilliant book writer. We have Justin Levine, our exquisite music supervisor. You're not ready for the beats and the songs. We have like over 75 songs in the show. I mean, I know, it's wild. I can't really tell you anything about it, but it's wild. And we have the choreographer, who is my queen, Sonia Taya. You know her from So You Think You Can Dance? Rent live on Fox, January 27th. Tune in. She is, she's responsible for the most remarkable ensemble production numbers you probably have ever seen on Broadway. I'm not just saying that. She's exquisite, what she's done.
So now, let me say that Moulin Rouge is kind of a surprise guest here today, and we have something very, very exclusive that Robin is going to introduce.
Yes, so Moulin Rouge has been releasing these trailers. If you haven't guessed it, there's probably going to be 4 of them with the bohemian ideals of freedom, beauty, truth, and love. I'm here because I'm going to give you a BroadwayCon exclusive sneak peek of the latest trailer, Love. It's not officially dropping until Valentine's Day, so this is really special. You are the only people that are seeing this. I haven't even seen it. So without further ado, let's watch Love.
All right, here we go.
Why else live? If not for love.
Well, it's gorgeous. Now, who's doing those videos? Do we know who's doing those videos? Who's directing them or who's creating them?
This was a production company that we worked with in Boston. So for right now, these are our trailers that we're showing at the moment, and we'll see.
Tell us what it's like to work with Alex and Sonia.
Oh man, they're just so lovely. Alex is one of the nicest guys I've ever met or worked with, and he's so open to collaboration. Same thing goes for Sonia. I mean, it's funny, she's so old school in the way she runs a rehearsal that you want to work harder for her. You know, when she gets really excited, she starts screaming and yelling at you like words of love, and that's my goal in rehearsal. My goal is to get Sonia to yell at me today. So it's a real treat.
And how are the Boston audiences? Because Boston's, it's kind of a, reserved city. It's kind of a reserve. I mean, it's very, it's one of the old American cities, but they're a little reserved. But
it was wild. You know, when you're a part of a show for a while, and it's the anticipation of getting to that first preview, you almost lose sight. You're like, is it good? What are they gonna think? I mean, are they gonna boo us? Are they gonna scream? And that first preview, none of us in the cast has ever experienced anything like that first preview. The audience went nuts. And we're like, okay, it's just the first preview, that's fine. And the entire, we ran for probably 3.5 weeks, and it was wild. And I'm like, I can only imagine if this is what Boston's like.
Imagine New York!
New York! I'm just so excited to bring it here. I mean, June 28th, preview start. Cannot wait. Al Hirschfeld Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robin Herder, what a pleasure. We cannot wait.
Thank you guys.
Fantastic. Moulin Rouge, it's going to be enormous, don't you think? It's going to be amazing. Maybe Nicole Kidman will come and see it. But we'll kick her out because, she's not starring in it. All right, now, we're going back in time a little bit. In the constellation of musical comedy masterpieces, Kiss Me Kate shines. So, you've heard of Kiss Me Kate, have you? This is one of Broadway's biggest sparkling masterpieces. It's the winner of the first ever Tony Award for Best Musical. And you know what it's about, don't you? You know it's Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You know that. You guys are so smart. Now, it also is directed this year. They're doing a brand new Kiss Me Kate, directed by Scott Ellis, happens to be my personal hero. And it's at Studio 54 Theater. And it is starring Kelly O'Hara, Will Chase, Corbin Blue, and making her Broadway debut. Yes, another Broadway debut. Here she is to sing Always True to You in My Fashion, the fantastic Stephanie Styles. Ladies.
Julie, how in hell can you be jealous when you know, baby, I'm your slave? I'm just mad for you, and I'll always be. But naturally, if a custom-tailored vet asks me out for something wet, when the vet begins to pet, I cry hooray! But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I enjoy a tender pass by the boss of Boston, Mass. Though his past is middle class and not back bay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. There's a madman known as Mac who is planning to attack. If I'm not attacked, he's a Cadillac, okay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I've been asked to have a meal by a big tycoonish heel. If the meal includes a deal, except I'm lame. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I could never curl my lip from a dazzling diamond clip, though the clip meant let her rip. I'm not saying nay, but I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Say ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. There's an oil man known as Tex who is keen to give me checks, and his checks, I fear, mean that sex is here to stay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my
Okay, can I just say it? She's a star, isn't she? Stephanie Styles. And
Thank you
wait,
for being my scene
you
partner.
are fantastic. And can we have another round of applause for these musicians? Mark Mitchell, John Beal, Paul Pizzuti. Oh my God. All right, so wait. So you're making your Broadway debut in
Can
this
you
amazing
believe?
show?
I'm so excited.
Oh, this is fantastic. Now, tell us, what's it like to work with Kelly? I hear she's very difficult.
I can't even make the joke because she is just so nice and so good.
And she's so pretty, and she's
oh
so
my God,
talented. I hate her. I can't stand her.
I mean, being here at BroadwayCon, making my Broadway debut, if I would have had BroadwayCon, oh my God, I would have been whatever gold, whatever the highest thing is, I would have been there. I wrote fan fiction about Phantom of the Opera and Cats. I went home and listened to Bat Boy and Sweeney Todd after school, and I was Glinda for Halloween and did all the things.
You did it all. You did it all, and now you're going to make
yes. With Kelly, and I've listened to Live the Piazza more times than I even know. I mean, like, I know Clara Johnson's address. Does anyone else know Clara Johnson? 142 East Lake Street. Anyone? Cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here and working with Kelly. She's
her voice is magic, and getting her to see this role. I mean, getting her to see her do comedy, and I'm such a comedy fan. I mean, I know we are. And she's so funny. She's so fierce, and it's being a Kiss Me Kate is exciting because
it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
It really is a dream. And working with Scott is amazing.
Oh my
He's
God.
hilarious and fantastic.
You guys know all the stuff Scott has done both on stage, but I mean, he's directed episodes of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel every season, and he's bringing a lot of that to this show. And I think, you know, what we're going to keep on talking about is that Kiss Me Kate is, I mean, we're revisiting it, so it's a revival, but like, we're getting new pages, and it's Amanda Green's doing the book, and Amanda Green. And so I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. There are some differences, and at the end of the day, it's a love story to both actors and people who love theater. I mean,
and it's starting on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So more information, go to roundabouttheater.org or at Roundabout NYC. Stephanie Stiles, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Okay, now you've heard about it. Hadestown. Have you heard about Hadestown? Oh yeah. It's coming to the Walter Kerr in March. It's finally on Broadway, people. And this new show is by the amazing singer-songwriter Anais Mitchell, developed by Rachel Chapkin. You know who she is? She directed a little show called Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. Yeah, I saw it 3 times. So you may have already fallen in love with Hadestown either during its world premiere at the New York Theater Workshop or by endlessly streaming the cast album, because I know a lot of you do that, stream the cast albums. The show is currently in London at the National Theatre, but if you don't already have tickets, you're too late because it's sold out. So now you're going to have to get your tickets on Broadway. It begins performances at the Walter Kerr on March 22nd, and now we're going to talk a little about this show with the show's composer, lyricist, and book writer, Anais Mitchell, and producer Mara Isaacs. Come on up, ladies, and talk about this. There they are. Now listen, this creative path is unlike anything that we've sort of heard before. Talk a little bit about how you first started writing this musical, the path to Broadway, and your collaboration with the director.
Yeah, so it's been this thing has been cooking for a long time. It started over 10 years ago in the state of Vermont, where I used to live as all right.
Vermont is in the house.
Yes. It was like a DIY community theater project up there, and a more abstract version of the thing that we're doing now by a long shot, but some of the songs that are still really important to the show were written way back then. And then we made an album of a bunch of that music, which came out in 2010, had some guest singers. Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, if you know that guy, and Ani DeFranco, and we toured around putting the show on as like a concert piece, and we had like 14 people in a 15-passenger van and a dog, like rolling around California doing shows like that. And then I always wanted to develop it further for the stage and make it into like a full-length, professional piece of theater. And it was hard to figure out who to partner with on that. And then I met Mara and Dale, who are the lead producers, and also Rachel Chavkin, who I've been working with for the past 6 years on it.
Mara, talk about how you got involved with this project.
Well, it's actually also not a linear path either, but Dale and I have been talking and collaborating and working together on other things. She at the time was the director of a performing arts center in Santa Monica called the Broad Stage. I had been for many, many years the producing director at McCarter Theater in Princeton.
Oh yes.
Yep. And anyway, we started talking together. She had sent me the album that Anais had recorded in 2010 and said, listen to this and tell me what you think. And I thought, oh my God, it's amazing. It should be a theater play. And she said, yes, okay, well let me tell you what's already happened. Yeah. And so she filled me in, and then introduced me to Anais, and that was the time at which Rachel Chavkin also joined the collaborative team. And we started working together first very intimately, and then realized that, developing a musical takes a lot of partners.
Yes.
And so we brought New York Theater Workshop into the conversation. Actually took Jim Nicola to the Rockwood to hear Anais sing, which was his introduction to the show. And he was smitten, of course, and so New York Theater Workshop really took us under their wing and helped oversee the development. Then we produced the show there in 2016, then wanted to do additional work, went to Edmonton, Canada. Now we're at the National, and it's been a very circuitous path, but you take the path that helps you do the work you want to do. And that's
Right,
what
you've
we've
been
done.
all over North America.
We have a very international collaborative team.
And now I have to say this because it's just so thrilling to say it that you are the first woman in a decade to write the book, the music, and the lyrics for a Broadway musical. Isn't that fantastic? Now, you're going to sing a song from the show, right? Called Why We Build the Wall. And maybe we could talk about that a little bit. How did that song come about?
The song is one of the first songs I wrote for this show, so it predates the guy who is the president now by many years. It's called Why We Build the Wall. It's I wrote it thinking about sort of the archetypes and walls between rich and poor, and climate change, and the sort of what's going to happen if there are a lot of migrant people and they're looking for a place to land. It was a real surprise. I've been playing the song for many, many years in my shows, and then it started to hit in this whole different way especially during the campaign and leading up to in 2016. And I sort of thought that wall stuff was just going to be a campaign thing and that it would disappear. But here we are.
It's bigger than ever. Yeah. Well, this is so exciting, and we're so excited to have you be one of the new voices and rising stars in our community. So thank you. And here she is to sing for you, Anais Mitchell.
Thanks, you guys. So if there's anyone who knows this song and you want to join me, it's a scene between Hades, king of the underworld, and his his minions. And so you could be the minions if you want to. It's going to be sung on Broadway by Patrick Page, several octaves below where I'm going to do it now. So. Why do we build a wall? My children, why do we build a wall? Why do we build a wall? We build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. How does a wall keep us free? My children, how does a wall keep us free? How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. Who do we call the enemy? My children, who do we call the enemy? Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. Because we have and they have not. My children, because they want what we have got. Because we have and they have not. Because they want what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free.
We build a wall to keep us free. We build a wall to keep us free.
Anais Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen, Hadestown. Well, last show, it's Tootsie. Can I tell you, all right, this is what they wrote. The new comedy musical Tootsie will arrive on Broadway this spring following a boffo out-of-town tryout in Chicago this fall. Well, I happen to be there because I'm in the show. And it was boffo. And I'll just say this, you know, I got exit applauded every night. So I expect you to continue the tradition. Thank you. Now, do you know the story of Tootsie? It tells the story of a very talented but difficult actor. Not that we know any of those people. Struggles to find work until a truly desperate act lands him the role of a lifetime as the star of a new Broadway musical, and in the guise of a woman. The company is led by Tony Award nominee, I think you know him, Santino Fontana. Yes. Lily Cooper, you know, Sarah Stiles, John Bellman, Andy Grotlushin, me, Michael McGraw and Reg Rogers. We are so excited. The original score is by Tony Award winner David Yazbek. You know who he is? Yeah. The book is by Robert Horn. It is so funny. I'm telling you. Please, I'm going to start crying. Choreography by Tony Award nominee Tennis Jones. Musical direction, Andrea Grody. 8-time Tony Award nominee and Olivier Award winner Scott Ellis, director. Here now to perform 2 songs from Tootsie are 2 of our fantastic stars, Lily Cooper and Sarah Stiles. Our leading lady is Lily Cooper, and she stars as Julie Nichols, an actress who strikes up quite a friendship with the new Broadway star, Dorothy Michaels. Gets a little complicated. Please welcome to the stage, performing with Lily, 3 of our fabulous ensemble members. And can I just say this? I'm going off script, I'm going rogue. Because I have very little skill, really. Except Botox. I'm good at that. Can we just do a shout out to all ensemble members of all Broadway? They are the most talented, generous, fantastic people on earth, and we have 3 of them with us today. Sheena Ann Morris, Katerina Papakostas, Diana Vaden, Lily Cooper. Welcome them to the stage.
Hi, everybody. I woke up this morning out of my brain, an unfamiliar feeling
just fantastic women. I just love them. Now, next up, we have Sarah Stiles playing Sandy Lester. She's a neurotic, out-of-work actress. Know nothing about it. She's at the end of her rope after too many bad auditions. It's very sad. Well, we've all been there at some point. But she has a fantastic song in Tootsie, and you're just gonna love her to pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sarah Stiles to perform What's Gonna Happen?
Oh, Julie, I'm so nervous. Is it gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here. This is my first time at BroadwayCon. It's so exciting. Look how many of you there are. Woo! So I'm gonna sing this song to a track. And when I am done, you will realize how scary that is. But here goes nothing. I know what's gonna happen. I'll try to go to bed with fear of failure flapping like a fruit bat in my head. I'll sleep for half an hour. The clock will ring at 6. I'll wake up in the shower with a stomach full of bricks. So I won't have any breakfast, maybe just a little tea. Like when you have to go and get a colonoscopy, which incidentally isn't half as disconcerting or upsetting as going for a part you know there's no way that you're getting. But anyway, I'm heading downtown for the audition, where everything I'm dreading will be coming to fruition. And here's what's gonna happen. I'll walk and weep with hunger, and there's a dozen girls who look like me but 10 years younger. I'll go into the bathroom and I'll try to vocalize, and I'll be singing minga, 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 minga. But I'll be hearing Sandy sucks, she really, really, really blows. And she's old and she's lame, and then someone calls my name, and here's what happens. I'll walk into the room, the girls' fluorescent lighting is inviting as a tune, and everybody smiles. They'll say it's good to see ya, but all I'll see is judges, and they'll all look like Scalia. And then a little banter as they look me up and down, and somewhere through the fog of insecurity and hate, I'll try to convince them that I'm charming and I'm clever and I'm fun to have around. But I'm starting to unravel, in my head I hear the gavel. Guilty, they're gonna throw the book at me 'cause I'm guilty of coming in and wasting all their time. Guilty of almost every other showbiz crime. Not young enough, not thin enough, not pretty enough, not good enough. We hereby sentence you to a lifetime of waiting tables and telephone solicitations. But wait, no, someone's asking, so can we hear your voice? I'll make a lame attempt at humor, do I have a choice? I'm not as a pianist, he's always wearing black. He's always in a turtleneck with dandruff on his back. No sooner do I get my note and open up my track, then inevitably some mealy-mouthed assistant director's thumbs all over his iPhone, and I know he's probably tweeting out loud, "Wow, this girl is crap. She's a fake, she's a phony, she can never win a Tony." And now I'm in a place I know quite well. I've left the world and I've entered hell. I'm this far away from a fainting spell, but just before I die, I finish a song which I almost sell. Somebody says thanks and wishes me well. The next thing I know, I'm at Taco Bell, stuffing my face with meat. I'm trying to take it slowly. I'm trying to be my best. I'm trying to be more holy, less bitter and depressed. I'm reading Eckhart Tolle. He makes a lot of sense. I bought a Buddhist bowl. He says it helps you be less tense. It doesn't do a thing for me. I sit there on the floor and watch a vivid sequence of humiliating incidents from my past go by and think, what kind of masochist keeps coming back for more? But she knows what's gonna happen, 'cause it never doesn't happen, 'cause I always know. I know what's gonna happen. Don't tell me that I don't, and don't say that I'll rise to the occasion, 'cause I won't. And don't say I got talent, and don't say I got heart, and don't say that I'm clever, 'cause I know I'm pretty smart. I'm smart enough to know that I'm too stupid to admit you can't survive a diet that consists of eating shit. The trick is knowing when it's time to pack your bags and say that's it. You know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. I quit. I quit. I quit. Woo!
Sarah Stiles. And that's where the click track, that's where the track, not even with real life
I
people.
know, Julie, I
That
know.
is crazy. Well, let's talk a little bit about Tootsie,
God,
because
how
these
fun.
are we're the ladies of Tootsie, aren't
Should we center ourselves? Let's center. Let's get centered.
All right, yeah. We're the ladies of Tootsie, aren't we?
We are.
We really are the ladies of Tootsie. I'm the producer. You're the neurotic, out-of-work actress. Now tell us, though, a little bit about Julie Nichols, because she's not the victim, is she?
No, she's not the Julie. She's not the Julie from the movie. I think she's a different Julie. She is an independent, strong, successful Julie that doesn't need a man in her life, honey.
No, I mean, and in fact, I think that's kind of like Lily Cooper.
Yeah, pretty much. She's pretty close to home.
But now, tell us a little bit about, Sandy, who's a little bit of a victim. In her own mind.
Oh, yeah, she's a victim of everything.
Yeah,
Fashion victim, emotionally a victim. No, listen, you got a lot of her in that number.
Yeah.
She wants desperately to be an actress because she wants to be seen. I don't know if she's really even into the craft very much. I think she just kind of wants to go to the parties and get applause. But she's really fun.
Maybe some of the boyfriends kind of thing.
Yeah, all of the boyfriends.
Yeah. And now, by the way, do you know when we start previews, March 29th, we open April 23rd.
The Marquee Theater.
At the Marriott Marquee. Recently, somebody said to me, "Oh, how long do you think you'll stay in Tootsie, Julie?" I said, "Until a crane comes and lifts me out of the marquee." Yeah. We're very, very excited. And tell us a little bit about working so closely with Santino, because you're Santino Fontana.
Oh my God.
He's a dream. He's a true dream come true. He's one of the most generous actors because you'll be on stage with him and he will just give you everything you need to be the funniest person on stage, and he's okay with that, and it's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic, and of course we all know the voice is incredible.
He sings as a man, and then he opens his mouth and sings as a woman, and you're like, what? How did you do that?
You guys are gonna love it. Do you guys have tickets yet? Who has tickets?
Oh,
it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so
no,
good.
Get your tickets. I don't care if you have to rob someone. Get your tickets to Tootsie. Now, we want to thank you for being here today. I cannot believe all of you showed up. We're so excited that the Tootsie ladies are here, but let's applaud all the shows. Hadestown, Beetlejuice, Moulin Rouge, Kiss Me Kate. Thank you for sharing your time with us. And go to Broadway, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Julie Hall.